Joloda Hydrar Oil. Dreams come true. Automatic loading in one shot. Unloading within 2 minutes. In this presentation, I would like to explain to you how we build the business case for our solutions ATL system. But before I begin, allow me to briefly explain to you about Joloda Hydrar Oil. We are the world leaders in loading solutions, supplying efficient, effective loading and unloading systems for over 50 years. Thanks to our expert knowledge, we match the right solution with the right business every time. And with an experienced network of over 30 global distributors, we can help innovate, automate, and streamline your logistics wherever you are. Building the business case for ATL system. Now you can see the main point of our methodology works. In the next slides, we will examine each one in more depth. Joloda Hydrar Oil's questionnaire. The first step in building the business case is for us to understand what your current situation is. The questionnaire helps us to do this. Assessment of viability. When we have received the complete questionnaire, we study it to assess the viability of the project. Current situation in a schematic drawing. If we consider the project is viable, we illustrate the current situation using a schematic drawing. At this point, we have all the information needed to develop the project. Now, we will be focusing on the following aspects: quantitative and qualitative analysis. Here, the return of investment is one of our priorities. Choosing the best solutions. After analyzing your requirements, we will choose the most efficient solution for your project. Drawing of the future situation. We illustrate the proposed and current situation in a schematic drawing, where you will be able to compare both. Quotation development. We prepare the quotation focusing on two areas, technical and financial. System installation. If you are happy with our proposal, we will install the system in your installations. Joloda Hydrar Oil's questionnaire. This questionnaire is the foundation of the project, and it's divided into a number of sections. Contact information. We ask you about the people who will be involved in the project. Background information. How you work in the current situation. Loading types. Type of products, pallets, how many pallets move per day, etc. Operational working day. How many hours, shifts, etc. are worked per day. Current equipment and transport information. What type of equipment and trailers you use. Trailer trip information. What type of trips the trailers make. Duration of the current trip. How long the logistics process takes overall. Additional data. Costs involved in the operation, photos of equipment, pallets, etc. In fact, all the information you will share with us. Assessment of viability. When the questionnaire has been filled out, it's time to assess the viability of the project. The assessment involves our sales, technical, and projects departments, focusing on the link between the requirements of the project and our solutions. We can then decide if the project is viable. Current situation in a schematic drawing. As the saying goes, a picture is worth 8,000 words. We always make a schematic drawing of the current situation. In this example, we have drawn a standard situation. One factory needing to move 840 pallets per day to a warehouse, working 24 hours per day, 365 days per year. Each truck can load 32 pallets and the distance between both sides is 27 kilometers. In this example, I needed 4 trucks, 12 drivers, 2 forklifts and 2 drivers for all the movement. When we have represented all the information on the drawing, we will organize a meeting with you where we can discuss the details. At the end of our meeting, we can make any adjustments necessary. Quantitative and qualitative analysis. The questionnaire gives us the information we need to develop the graphics that you will see in the next slides. And you can see in this slide, we have incorporated part of the information that you provided, such as number of pallets per day, minutes per operation, working hours, number of shifts, pallets per truck, etc. Number of trailers. This graph shows us the number of trailers we need to perform the service after having installed our ATL system compared to the current situation. The result is we will go from needing 4 trailers to needing only 1.67 trailers. It also shows us the number of trailers needed to perform the service with the reduced hours. It allows us, among other things, to adapt to possible traffic restrictions, avoid peak traffic hours, adapt to schedule of service to the most productive internal workflows, obtain as result greater efficiency of logistics, reduce environmental impact, cost reduction, a greater well-being of the population, no occupation of public roads, etc. Handled pallet reduction. Up to a total of 613,200 pallets per year will no longer be handled manually. Drastically elimination, among other things, defects in pallets due to handling, accidents during handling that cause damage to people or delays in service, damage to trailers during loading or unloading, reduction in forklift operations hours. After having installed our ATL system, there will be a reduction of 5,430 in the number of hours worked, solely by the action of introducing the pallets from the dock to the trailer or vice versa. Forklifts drivers will no longer be necessary for this task. Reduction in forklift operations, kilometers. After having installed our ATL system, the direct cost of using forklifts will be reduced since they circulate 2,392 kilometers per year, less than previously. However, the reduction in indirect costs resulting for the total elimination of possible accidents that may occur, accidents related to people, the material handled, and the trailer should also be valued. Reduction in driver waiting times, hours. After having installed our ATL system, there will be a reduction in waiting time for trailer drivers, who sometimes remain inactive and sometimes perform tasks that are not inherent in their functions. As can be seen, the total waiting hours per year is almost completely reduced, going from 12,766 hours to 1,596 hours. Utilization and spare capacity. This graphic shows us how between 1 to 5 docks are utilized, and also the spare capacity of between 1 to 5 docks. As you can see in this example, we have enough capacity with the installation of one dock. It is important to realize that when our ATL system is implemented, you will reduce the number of docks that are needed for this operation, and as a result, you will have more free space in your installations. Return on investment. Magic words that finance department always love. In this example, we have good news for them. The return on investment will be within 6 months. Our average return of investment will be between 12 to 18 months, a period that we consider viable for our projects. When the return of investment is longer than 24 months, we will propose having a meeting with your project manager to discuss possible alternatives. Choosing the best solution. We have more than 20 different combinations of manual, semi-automatic, and automatic loading and unloading systems. With our knowledge, we can find the best solution for your project. Our solutions are constantly being improved in line with market requirements. Drawing of the future situation. This slide illustrates the situation before and after ATL system implementation. Normally, we reduce, among other things, the number of trials by half and eliminate the need for forklifts in the process of loading or unloading. Overall, we improve the efficiency of the supply chain. We will discuss these schematic drawings with you during the presentation of our proposal. Our quotation, first part. The first part of our quotation contains a lot of information that will help you understand that is involved in the project. Our quotation also includes the links to videos showing the system that we propose to integrate in the project. Our quotation, second part. The second part of our quotation provides detailed information that illustrates the viability of the project from quantitative and qualitative aspects, including the return on investment. Installation. A Joloda team working with our partner in your area will carry out the installation and commissioning of the system, including training for your personnel. All the participants in the production of this video would like to thank you for the opportunity to make this presentation.